Okay, good morning. My name is Gemma, and I work for UNHCR in Iraq. Today I'm going to talk to you about the IDP call center. But actually I want to start with a telephone number, 6999. 6999 is the number you need to call if you want to reach the call center, which aims to provide the more than 3 million IDPs across the country with information on humanitarian services and assistance provided by UN agencies and NGOs. The story of the call center starts last year with an assessment led by CDAC network members on information needs, which found that IDPs were living in an information vacuum, completely confused about how or where they could access assistance. So the idea is this: provide a single point of contact between the IDP and humanitarian communities to share that information much more effectively. The call center works by continuously collecting information from the clusters on ongoing humanitarian programs and sharing that information with callers. Simultaneously, feedback is received on gaps in the response and complaints about services which are being provided but in the wrong way. There are three main components to the call center. First of all, building those crucial bridges of dialogue between the IDP and the humanitarian communities. Secondly, the nuts and bolts of the call center itself. We have 6 call center operators, plus a supervisor, receiving calls 5 days a week during working hours. They receive calls, pass out information, and log the issues. Thirdly is the feedback mechanism. Information received from calls will in the future be uploaded into IOM's community response map. Public and private reports are produced, mapping and analyzing the trends seen in the calls received. And that information is pushed back to clusters and the HCT in order to inform the overall humanitarian response. The impact of the call center so far has been to hugely raise the importance and profile of CWC in the Iraq response and has forced clusters to think about communication in new ways. The call center is in a pilot phase at the moment in one governorate of the country. This data represents calls received in the first 3 days of operation. Many calls about food security, mainly from new arrivals to the region who wanted to know how or where to access food assistance. The project is run by a board with all of these organizations represented, all CDAC network members. The project is currently funded by UNHCR and WFP until the end of 2015. OCHA has committed some additional funds. Partner organizations provide technical expertise and capacity building to the project: IOM, World Vision, NRC, and Save the Children. UNOPS is the operational partner, which is running the call center on a day-to-day basis. So like I said, the call center is in a pilot phase, so the next step is to roll the call center out to cover the rest of the country within the next few weeks, followed by an operational peer review of the project led by NGOs to establish the lessons learned. And some of those lessons are already quite obvious. First of all, as many of you probably appreciate, if you put the word interagency into the title of your project, you can be prepared for it to take a long time to get off the ground. So preparedness is key. Secondly, understand the context you're working in. It took us months to get the right telephone system into the country because of international sanctions, for example. And thirdly, being willing as humanitarians to use a corporate technical solution like a call center to a humanitarian problem and do it in an interagency way is something very new and something we need to do better at. So if you have any other questions about the call center, please feel free to ask me or my colleague Sarah. Give us a wave, Sarah. There we go. Otherwise, if you're ever in Iraq, please pick up your phone, dial 6999 and give us a call. Thank you.